I feel like okay, like Henry Ruggs situation. It's like it's like damn, like so many people have done stuff like that and gotten away with it, not kill somebody at the end. But like this super unfortunate accident happens, and it's like we're gonna throw away another life and stuff like that. And it's like damn, like it sucks because it's like now you're spending the rest of your life in prison when it's like maybe 10 years, like you learned your lesson, like you're not gonna speed and drink and drive. Yeah, like it wasn't something that you went out to go kill somebody. Like if you have the intent,
you went out to go kill somebody when you decide to drink and drive. You know the possibilities go way up. That wasn't your intent. But you got Uber and Lyft now.
You're right.
No, he's responsible.
You're right, and he's responsible. And that's what I'm saying. So like 10 years in prison isn't enough time to say, hey, that's responsibility.
You took a life though.
You did. I don't know. It's tough.
I know, and I get that, and it's tough. But that's what I said. Like just the my empathetic side.
No, and I understand.
And I'm like, damn, that sucks. Like how many lives are lost now in prison because of like an accident?
How many lives are lost because of that accident?
Well, but you can't bring that life back.
And on Henry Ruggs' side, you're talking about children whose lives are affected, his children. Like it gets really deep. So I mean,
and that's my point though. I don't think that
you have a good person in prison.
I don't think that they should go. I don't think they should go away for as long.
Made a mistake,
as they make them go away for. I think they try to like make an example out of the people that do it, so that people won't do it. Yeah, and I think that's the mistake.
Which that's the wrong way to do law.
Fair. Yeah,
I don't feel like that's the way they should do it.
Somebody's status shouldn't affect that.
No, because it's not premeditated murder. Right. It's not them going out and stabbing someone. It's an accidental thing that happens. Yes, they made a mistake and they were drinking.
Somebody lost their life.
They do it all the time.
And but it happens.
But
police officers do it.
Somebody lost their life.
Okay. Then fine. Then just kill them. Then just kill them.
No. But hold on. So you're saying it's either 10 years, nothing more, or kill him?
Yeah.
But what is him spending the next 40 years in prison anyway?
I mean, 20, 25. I have no idea how many. That's what I'm saying. It's such an arbitrary thing. I don't want to sit here and just make it how many years should Henry Ruggs get?
I'm not just saying him. I'm saying people in that situation. It's like you're saying, well, he took a life. It's like. Okay, he did, and you're right, and he pays for it. Yeah. But it's like, okay, if your goal is just throw him in prison for the rest of his life, then
that's not what we're saying though. You're jumping to
25 years.
You're being extreme.
25 years, then he comes out at 50 years old.
40, 50 could have 20, 30 more years left to live.
So he's going to come out at 50. He's going to come out. So hold on. So he's going to come out at 50 with what job?
No fucking life.
He's got to figure that out.
He's going to be on government assistance.
Wait, hold up. 10 years, he's going to come out a felon and get what job?
He at least has more time to at least build a life than be 50 years old and then be on government assistance.
Not that I'm not forgiving, but you took a life. You didn't.
Right. But
you ain't cut a leg off.
Really think what 10 years or 15 years in prison
I'll say it like this.
Every day for 15
people more.
Years.
It scares people more than to, I'm
Here's
just
my
go
problem with that right here.
You know what I mean? It's going to scare you more
I
than
don't drink and drive because you just shouldn't drink and drive.
Here's my problem with that,
right? It's not because I can go to prison.
When
I don't want to kill someone.
When you hear about things like, and these are touchy subjects, so, mind people, but other people playing. When you hear about situations where you have people in power, right?
Wake the fuck up.
You have some people in power, and they make decisions that affect people in the U.S. government in catastrophic events where a lot of people die, and they're not held accountable. Like the water in Flint, Michigan, that has been poisoning people.
Yeah,
all this shit that happens, but yet you want to give a man
stay on it.
Fucking 25 years
genocide
for killing one person. But you have people who make decisions that kill multiple people in generations time and time again, and they never see their day in court.
But that is a fact,
my point, and I'm not saying it's right for him to kill. I'm not saying it's right for what he did, and I'm not saying he shouldn't serve. And I'm not saying he shouldn't serve whatever time they're going to give him for what he did, because that's not the first time he got pulled over speeding like that. And he was told by teammates not to do that shit. He did it anyway. Again, drunk. Yeah. So I'm not saying like this is the second time he's been caught going that fast.
Are the people with him responsible too?
I mean, he's in a 2-passenger car, so it's a broad that was with him, was it not?
Yeah, who allowed him to drive that drunk, and she wasn't nearly as drunk.
The broad was a fucking thought. She wasn't getting behind the car.
I don't.
Anyways,
but listen.
I'm just asking.
So what I'm saying is my point is you have all that goes on, and they're not held accountable. But yeah, it's such a big deal that this NFL superstar serves. So when you want him to serve the maximum amount of penalty.
Unfortunately, there's levels to this.
Yeah, well, and also one doesn't necessarily have anything to do with the other. I think we all agree that the things that you're talking about, those people should be held accountable too. And then just because those people aren't held accountable doesn't mean, like, once again, we should just say, well, then fuck it, this guy should be held accountable too. I'm saying, that bullshit. Like, what do you mean?
What I'm saying, the uproar though behind something like the Henry Ruggs thing was well beyond.
But we were pissed about the Flint, like specifically when you brought up. There was definitely,
but it's still the Flint, Michigan thing is still a problem now, and people aren't really talking about it. Like fucking, we talking about Jaden Smith is literally
because it's old. We don't really talk about Henry Ruggs like that either, to be honest with you.
No, but
I don't hear people talk about the Henry Ruggs shit like that.
I mean, they talk about
people mocking and stuff, but
when it first happened, but it's like
it pops up. My thing is Henry Ruggs is going to spend the rest of his life in prison for an accident, and then you got people who rape women or who do the R word to rape women, molest kids, stuff like that, who spend little time, like very little time.
They still, I mean, they may be emotionally messed up, but they still have their life. This person is no longer on the earth breathing.
I understand that. Nobody's taking that away.
But that's what I'm saying. That's the difference.
Just think that if you put yourself in the shoes of someone who's spending every day of 15 years in prison for an accident, I'm pretty sure they're pretty remorseful within the first moment that it happened.
Where it comes down,
but the family can still
So my biggest thing is, what is our goal with prison and rehabilitation?
Let's bring it back.
What is our goal?
I think what the thing, I think where the problem is here is that you feel more like you should it shouldn't be a life for an accident,
right?
But it should be a life for a murder. And I can understand what he's saying with that, because in some cases, in some accidents, it shouldn't be a life for a life. But in his case, he definitely can be put to the category where, my nigga, you were tripping.
Sit down in this bathtub.
You know what I'm saying? Like, no, but seriously, I think
our Alabama viewership just went down.
And you may be able to put him to the other side. But I'm just saying, there's certain accidents that do probably fall into the category
extreme negligence
for a life for life.
Yeah.
But, you know what I'm saying? To where you would just fucking.
But there are other people who have had extreme.
But like I said before,
take lives.
Yeah.
Well, where's the fear?
Cops.
Where's the fear?
Cops.
If you go murder somebody, you know what I mean? And you say,
it's an accident.
What a max.
That's my problem. Okay. We're talking about murder.
Okay, so I go get drunk today and just go drive. Okay,
what is
I don't
it, like
have
involuntary
no
manslaughter?
I don't keep doing this.
His decision resulted in her death. There's not a question there. You know what I mean? So murder, you're right, isn't the right word. But it's like at the end of the day, it's not a situation where she just happened to die and he was like in the area, or she just happened to die and he even like caused an accident in the area, or I don't even know, like, you know, like where he was somehow responsible accidentally for her death. Like this is a situation, he was drinking, he was going like a ridiculous speed, like there were so many. If he would have made one of those decisions differently, maybe she could have had her life. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like in every way, and he has to live with this. And I mean, I agree with Paul to a certain extent. You know what I mean? I totally get the compassionate angle. I'm somebody, to be honest, one day, another day, maybe we should talk about the death penalty, but like, I'm not really pro that, because I don't really see almost no
that either.
I think he should.
That's interesting. I would have thought very little circumstances.
I thought you would be.
I think he should get 5 years.
Yeah, Old Testament.
I think 5 years. He serves every day. That's
yeah, but where's the fear?
And where's the 5 years, serves every day, and then he's got 5 years parole.
Where's the fear of me?
The fear.
Yes, where's the fear of a person? Oh, I'll get 5 years. That ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? For going out drinking and driving.
But that can't be your only fear about drinking and driving. The fear should be that you don't want to take a life because you don't want to take a life.
Some people don't feel that way.
So like him.
Like him before it happened, to be honest.
And then he didn't want to take a life.
When you go from
but he probably wasn't thinking about that. That wasn't at the forefront of his mind.
But my point is, the penalty for this has always been life. Did it stop him? Has it stopped anybody? Has it stopped
the penalty?
You?
Yes, I bet it has stopped some people.
No, hold up. So the penalty for this has always been life. I'm not. Is that the case?
Well, I'm saying I'm saying
probably in California.
When like in these circumstances, he's going to get he's getting manslaughter.
Yeah, which I don't think carries a life sentence.
No, 25.
Probably 20-25.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, but that's technically
carries that
almost
much
life in
manslaughter.
prison. Yeah. So my thing is that fear, people do it all day, every day, regardless. So my thing is, my objective
so you're gonna award them?
No, there's no reward.
I feel like there's you're being a little bit just completely.
You went in prison
10 years in prison.
He's just
miserable.
I mean, I get it because a lot of people do feel the way
rest of his life is ruined.
Where it's just like there's no gray area, like there's no medium ground. But I do feel like you have to go case by case. And like I said, with this situation, I mean, he was pretty negligent.
Very.
But
wrong as hell.
Like I said, if he does 5 years to 10 years in prison, and
every day,
5 years parole after.
I disagree.
No early
and then
parole.
you can't have a license for 20 years.
I used to drive Uber and Lyft. I totally disagree.
Again, what do you want? He's remorseful immediately. You can't bring her back no matter what.
You know what's funny about Uber?
Because I picked the.
Do you know how many people?
Hold up.
I brought it up because I used to pick up drunk people from downtown all the time.
Oh, so you're saying he had other options?
There's an option. You are a millionaire,
but you can't tell me you can't molested and raped and kidnapped and all types of shit.
Please stop saying God.
Reserved.
Your word, please.
Reserved.
But we talking about a football player.
But I'm just even worse. If someone recognizes him, there's also he's drunk and intoxicated. Let me snatch him up.
Teammate.
Also,
the team themselves probably has a call service.
They can also follow you in the app.
Again, what do we want to get out of
the
it?
phone.
So
look, you can't bring her choice.
Hold on,
you know you're going out. Go ahead,
but you can't bring her back. And I'm not defending Henry Ruggs, but what I'm saying is you can't bring her back no matter what. You can sentence him to 1,000 years. It ain't gonna bring him back. Yeah. So what do we want to accomplish? Him to never do that act again. People not to do that act. So you get 10 years in prison. I'm pretty sure the moment it happened, he was more remorseful for that than anything that any of us have been remorseful for.
You don't care.
So then.
So what is it about?
It's
about making you feel better about what happened to the person that you lost, because whatever happens to him
a little bit
is probably not going to make you feel better. You got to find that within yourself. Okay, so then at the end of the day, for what you're trying to do to that person is just an in the moment feeling, and you really have to just kind of look past that.
Not just though.
I'm tired of losing lives to the prison system just because they made a mistake.
Because it's not about reform.
Let's try to build. Let's try to build society.
Yeah, but this isn't a victimless crime, though. I feel you, and I really feel, and I really feel you on like the prison angle.
15 years, my God, but 10 years is a long time. Think about it.
I feel you on the prison angle. That's another topic.
His daughter's gonna be 12.
That's a decade.
That's another topic I would love.
Still young enough for him to have an impression on her.
Well, I mean,
that's what I'm saying. In 10 years, but not 25.
25 years.
25 should be 27.
Either way, he'll be able to.
25 years.
He'll be able to have a relationship with his daughter. This woman that died will never have a daughter. Like that's something we always have to.
For her the most.
I think we have to.
I'm not necessarily 25 years, by the way.
We have to get like a realistic like prison time. 10 years is a long.
It's a long time.
5 years
in prison every day.
I want it to be a long time.
Yeah, let's move on. I feel this is a good topic.
Really quick though, can I say one more thing? Go ahead. So another thing I don't agree with is when a felon has done their time, they're done their time. You know, they might need to come out and should be able to vote again. They should be able to find a job. You know what I mean? So we make it more difficult for them.
They should,
yes.
Yeah, I agree with
that. When they
100%.
get out of prison, even if it's 20, 10,
they
15,
did their
whatever,
fucking time.
Whatever.
Broken system.
Yeah. With it. No, I feel you.
That's why we have repeat offenders, because they get out and they can't find anything.
Exactly. So that I will 100% agree
and the only thing that is accepting is the same place that got them where they were originally.
Yeah.
No facts.
So I mean, you done your time. People still talking crap about Michael Vick. Like, dude,
let him go, bro.
Michael Vick shouldn't have did it. Whatever, he's a millionaire. He need to do that.
Yeah. He grew up around it.
He lost $100-some million contract.
Something crazy.
And he went to prison. Let it go.
Yeah, come fuck with your boy, Michael.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just kind of crazy though. Yeah, like you said, it's just BS though. People try to hang shit over people. It is what it is.
Guys, Harvard.
Henry Ruggs,
Harvard.
He's gonna do his time. Whatever.
How much time
go
he got?
past it. I mean, whatever it is.
Are they still in trial? I don't think
you know what?
Trial or anything, maybe.
You know, I am gonna ease myself on that because I forgot it was the girl that was with. He didn't kill like somebody.
I think he did kill somebody else.
No. He hit a car that was sitting in the street, like parked, and he was going down. Like so the black box had at 156 when he hit her. He was at like 120 something.
Oh, so it wasn't a passenger.
No,
that died.
It was 120 something, and the car was sitting still. That like it's a road that people who live in Las Vegas, they usually do like speed down. And there was this car that's like sitting in the middle, like just sitting in the lane when he came down the hill, and like he was hitting his brakes and then hit her, and then she wound up catching on fire. Damn. And there was nothing he could do, dude. He literally sat on the sidewalk having to listen to her burn because there's nothing he can fucking do. And it's like,
yeah, it's sick shit.
No, he could have went in there and burned his fucking hands and tried to open the goddamn door. And have some fucking remorse.
You're not gonna do that when you're that drunk, man. That's
the perfect time to do it.
You're not I don't even want to think about being in that situation.
He's so wrong. But again, man, you
got to do something. She's fucking screaming.
They probably should charge that passenger too.
Hey,
yes.
Jesus Christ, bash the windows.
Just so you know,
pull her out.
Gates open.